This portion of the news brought to you by the new Dodge. It's about change.
Police need your help in finding two men they say are responsible for a string of armed robberies in Brooklyn.
They have been very busy. These bandits have struck more than a dozen convenience stores and gas stations, each time threatening their targets with a gun. Police say they started their crime spree just as the holiday season was kicking in. Vanessa Tyler now joins us with more details on this. Vanessa?
Well, Jim, Mary, it may be cold outside, but it seems it's never too cold for crime. Police are on the lookout for a couple of cold-blooded armed robbers. They flash a gun and make a dash with the cash. And those who have come face to face with the business end of the gun are very thankful they're living to see a new year.
If I didn't give up money and I do anything stupid, they was gonna kill me.
They do it as easy as 1, 2, 3. See, the one guy goes in, goes up to the counter, then his sidekick enters, and they let the gun do the talking. You can barely make it out, but there's a pistol in his hand. They get the money and then make a clean getaway in a dark-colored Jeep. This tape, taken from the surveillance camera at one of the locations and provided to WB11 by the police, shows the bandits in Brooklyn. Police are looking for two men, both white, both between 5'6" and 5'10", one 140 pounds, the other heavier, about 160 pounds. These are young guys, between 19 and 25 years old. They've hit 13 convenience stores and gas stations in Brooklyn, spots like this Gulf station on the 2300 block of Ralph Avenue, this Baskin Robbins on the 1900 block of Ralph, and this Mobile on the 7700 block of Flatland Avenue. Locations in Canarsie, Flatlands, Midwood, all throughout South Brooklyn. They started 2 weeks before Christmas, took a break for New Year's. The last hit was December 29th. Instead of spreading holiday cheer, they've spread holiday fear.
I was like so scared. I'd never been scared in my life that much.
Muhammad Nawaz was hit Tuesday, just as he was about to close at this Mobile station on Flatland.
And they just pushed me inside and they flashed the gun on me. They pushed me inside. They told me open the cash register.
Rajinder Singh's Gulf station was snagged too. Luckily for him, he left an hour before. His co-worker told him how they pulled off the job.
The guy take out the gun and put over here, so give me all money. The other guy come back and he tried to open the cash register. He can't open. Then he asked the guy to open the cash register. He opened it up and then they took all the money.
I hope so they be arrested very soon because a lot of guys is like me, is just work for the family and they don't want to get killed for anything.
Well, maybe in the spirit of the holiday season, the two armed robbers didn't hurt anyone during the 13 crimes. But police want them caught before any more robberies and certainly before anyone gets hurt. Call 800-577-TIPS if you can help. And Mary and Jim, police can certainly use any leads they can find.
Those guys were very brave for speaking up. Thank you, Vanessa. A Long Island house that was once the scene of an infamous shooting is again in the news, this time for a crime of an entirely different sort. A Brooklyn man is charged with starting the new year on a lawless note, stealing cars and burglarizing. It turns out the house where Mary Jo Buttafuoco was shot by her husband's teen girlfriend is where the crime spree allegedly started. Glenn Thompson has more.
This is one robber caught with his pants down. 26-year-old Leon Walsh, a virtual one-man crime spree, nabbed by police in Massapequa last night after a 2-hour pursuit. Police say it all began at the one-time residence of famed Long Island gigolo Joey Buttafuoco, where Walsh stole this late model Mercedes. He eluded police, breaking into another residence before stealing yet another car.
He was in the area, saw the homeowner going into the house. He followed the homeowner into the house, at which time he asked her for the keys to her car, some money, and said he had a gun with him. At that point, the homeowner gave him the keys to the car. He ran out of the premises and fled the scene in her vehicle.
Police say Walsh, a Brooklyn resident who hits the wealthy burbs of Long Island, was completely unaware he was targeting the residence of the man who put the Long Island Lolita on the map. Buttafuoco has since headed west, moving on to bigger and better things, launching a career in Hollywood. The scene outside the former home of Buttafuoco on New Year's Eve didn't look too much different from the day his wife was shot in the face by her husband's teen lover, Amy Fisher. The couple who currently rent the house say Joey isn't aware of the robbery, and they're really not looking for publicity.
Everything's okay? You're okay?
He's great, yeah. He has nothing to do with this stuff. So that's why I don't want to have to be in the news and all that stuff, please.
While police quickly solved this one-man crime spree, they say they're looking into whether or not Walsh is responsible for other robberies in the area. On Long Island, I'm Glenn Thompson for the WB11 News at 10.
A New Jersey college student is back at home tonight, recovering from a harrowing shark attack while he was surfing in Florida. Andy Thompson is no doubt lucky to be alive following a too close encounter with the shark. The 19-year-old says he was surfing with his brother in Florida over the Christmas vacation when he slipped off the board and landed on top of a shark.
As soon as I fell off and I fell onto something big and tough, and it was just like a giant mussel, I don't know. My first thoughts was it was a shark, but it just happened so fast. I didn't think he was going to come and strike me right then, but it was like a bolt of lightning. He just grabbed my leg and just bit it once, and then I think I got away a little bit, and then he bit it again.
Despite the bites to his foot, Thompson was able to swim back to shore and safety. His wounds required 200 stitches and hours of plastic surgery. That's scary.
Exactly. Coming up next, a beloved TV star suffers a stroke.
And then we'll meet a rather unusual movie star, a 300-pound gorilla with a famous legacy to live up to. Catherine Kinley talks to the stars of Mighty Joe Young.
How did the stars weather 1998? We'll take a look back at the year in Hollywood.
My New Year's resolution is not to make any, because I always break them, but just continue being good to people and being kind. I think that's the most important thing.
My New Year's resolution is to be nice to my brother